Oftentimes what happens is there will be a situation where, and not every 10 years, but there's a situation where it goes to the structure of government. And I'll give you an example, how judges were selected. Now, we had a recent change relatively from constitutional standards on how that was done. That wasn't done in the Constitutional Convention. That was done by the voters. You know, there was a referendum question put on to amend the Constitution, which you can do, for that specific issue. It was successful. Reducing the legislature, that was successful. The difficulty that I see with constitutional conventions, and I saw that in 1986, is your Constitution basically is two things: the structure of government and protection of individual rights. I think everyone here will agree with me that the Rhode Island Constitution, as it presently is, has some very strong civil rights provisions in it. In some instances, for instance, the guarantee of a jury trial and things of that nature, even, by the way, the right to bear arms, stronger here than it is in the federal Constitution. We're not hearing that. I don't think you guys are hearing that. These are some of the things that I'm concerned about, just to add on to this. We have a strong right to a jury trial here. You know, that's something that could change, and I don't think that's good for citizens here. We talk about pure democracy. If you have a low voter turnout election in a small state where a lot of money can flood in and there's no restrictions on that amount of money coming in, I'm not so sure you can say that that's pure democracy. The next thing is, you know, if you look at the history of this country, other states, some states have this 10-year provision, but oftentimes there's not constitutional conventions. To have a constitutional convention means there has to be a radical restructuring of your basic governmental document, and that's not the case here. What I'm hearing, and I think what you all are hearing, is some specific provisions that are better addressed by a legislature anyway, which, by the way, has a higher voter turnout. And that's the concern that's coming up. Things can be influenced. I'm just going to give you a quick example. You guys have hit the hot button issues that'll get most of the press, but I'll give you another hot button issue. Gun control. Could go either way. There could be provisions in there that allows more access to firearms, or provisions for less. But that's what the focus is going to be on. It's not going to be on how the legislature operates, how many legislators you have, whether or not you have a bicameral legislator. Those are things that should be addressed by constitutional conventions. That's not what we're hearing now.